But they called 30. I mean, but the thing is, does the judge allow, at some point, as the defense, don't you shut it down? Like, what is the testimony towards?
Well, I think
you're
that-
just giving it to, what is the testimony allowed in for? Just to
I think
show?
the judge kind of showed the prosecution to try to, I mean, at the end, listen, some of these charges that you have just aren't going to really stick. You need to kind of narrow them down. And they did a little. They got rid of some of the attempt stuff. They went for what we would call the home run on some of these cases and not, which we have all the time in our cases where, you know, you have the highest charged, and you're all, which is a really great issue. Sometimes you think you won the highest charge case. Like, you're like, that's going to be a not guilty.
Right.
And then the state always asks, or the federal government always asks for lessers. And sometimes because they can't agree back there, the jury thinks, well, we think you're a bad guy.
Right.
So we're going to hit you with a lesser. The jury doesn't know that lesser still carries like
Right.
a 5 or 10 year
Right.
minimum mandatory, or sometimes, I mean, so you can say you won the battle but lost the war type thing. So
Right.
in this particular case, the feds decided to go for the gusto and
All or
got
nothing.
rid of
The
all that.
lessers.
So that in and of itself is I think a huge win.
Huge
for the
thing.
defense.
Especially defense. We're trying to get that, right?
Right. So, and I listen, I think they're going to come back with something on this case, you know? And I still think that he's still going to do 18 to 24 months in prison.
What's the something? Let's break down
I
what he
think
could
the
potentially
something's
get. What are
gonna
the counts
be-
again? We have racketeering.
Transporting,
the prostitution.
transporting prostitutes across state lines.
Correct.
I think they got that one pretty cold.
What is the guideline on that alone? Do we know?
I don't know. I know it's a felony. I looked that up. It is a felony.
So he's got no priors. So on the federal guidelines score sheet.
He's got no priors at all, even when he was younger, like no state priors, nothing?
No.
All right, go ahead, sorry.
So, I mean, he would score 0 to 1
Right.
for criminal history.
Right? I mean, the level can't be that high on that.
I don't believe there's a minimum mandatory because it's just money.
Right.
And I think that he probably was
18, 24 probably.
18 to 24 months.
The lower category, right. One of the lower ones. And then,
He's been in for at least 10 to 12 already.
has it been, it might be longer,
Yeah.
no? It's
It's
been,
been a
longer.
while.
10 to 12. It's about almost a year.
Wow.
Right? So I think he almost gets time served.
If he gets time served and comes back and like, he'll be bigger than ever.
Well, I mean,
He'll come out like Tupac.
I would immediately fly to his
Yeah.
private island, and I probably would stay there like those old guys.
He would be
that-
getting all the baby oil sponsorships alone.
yeah.
The baby oil sponsorships alone will carry him, you know? I mean, we joke about this, but you know, but like obviously he's a bad dude. He's beaten up, like he's got
Numerous women,
problems.
yeah.